Good morning, you strange and wonderful weirdos. I'm John.
I'm Stacey.
It's Thursday, December 1st. Here's why today is strange.
All right, let's start with a story about a study of a strange thing that happens to wolves who are infected by an infamous mind-altering parasites.
Okay.
Starting off with a bang. So this is a study of 26 years worth of wolf behavioral data and an analysis of the blood of 229 wolves. And this has shown that an infection with the parasite Toxoplasma gondii makes wolves 46 times more likely to become a pack leader.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yes. Now, this particular parasite is so strange. It says that if you have a cat, you've probably heard of this parasite before, but I have not. It's a microscopic organism that can only reproduce in the bodies of felines. But it can infect and thrive in pretty much all warm-blooded animals, including humans. Now, whenever it gets in humans, it's pretty much symptomless. And normally your body just takes care of it unless you have if you have autoimmune disease like AIDS or cancer or something like that. But for the most part, the parasites, they like to get in things like rats and chimpanzees, things that are in a lot of contact with cats. It's not very easy to get, don't worry. It's not like you just pet your cat and get it. Like, you have to come in contact with the feces and such.
I wasn't concerned.
Okay, you had a concerned look on your face.
I was thinking about the chimpanzees.
So now once it's inside another host, let's say, for instance, a rat, the parasites have to find a way to get their offspring back inside a cat because it cannot reproduce unless it's in a feline. So it does some really strange things to its hosts. For instance, the rats, it will make them take more risks. It will affect their brains so that they take more risks and then even have like a deadly fascination with cat urine and like go towards wherever cat urine is, thereby being killed by the cat eats it, parasite gets back in the cat. Isn't that weird? For larger animals like chimpanzees, it means an increased risk of a run-in with a larger cat. The chimpanzees will take more risks and be more likely to attack a cat, like a leopard or something, whatever is in their same vicinity, and possibly the parasite can get back into the cat like that. Now, with the gray wolves, this study focused on the gray wolves in the Yellowstone National Park. They aren't exactly cat prey, but sometimes their territory overlaps with that of cougars. Cougars are known carriers of the parasite, and the wolves can get infected by, sometimes if they eat cougars, if they come across their feces and accidentally ingest it,
So you're sure I can't get in trouble for eating cougars?
No, I mean, not like that. Not those kind of cougars, like actual cat cougars. So when they did the research, they found that the wolves that were infected, they're the ones that are near the cougars more often, that overlap more often, were more infected than ones that were not. They tended to take more risks, branch out into the cougar territory more often, and that the ones that were infected were way more likely to become pack leaders because of their increased testosterone levels and their heightened aggression and a possibility to, do more risky things. I guess that makes you a good pack leader for a wolf in a wolf pack, right?
And you're positive this can't happen to men that own cats?
No, it can. I mean, if you somehow ingest the parasite.
I mean, something that makes you highly agitated,
I'm pretty sure,
territorial, and like going after cats.
No, when it's in humans, it's symptomless. It can, if you do think you're experiencing symptoms, you can ask your doctor for a blood test. There is a way to treat it.
I'm not going to ask my doctor for it.
But for the most part, the human immune system takes care of it pretty easily. But as far as the wolves go, it's this odd parasite that just gets in their mind and makes them highly aggressive.
These things are so strange.
Aren't they?
The thinking that goes with things like viruses and parasites, and it's so complex and just incredible when you really read about the stuff. And even with viruses, every year how they try to find new ways to trick the body, right?
And they change and evolve.
Oh, it's insane. And
it is.
Have you ever watched it where they like team up and like beat the crap out of a cell wall and like...
It's really scary, actually.
It's like there's a whole nother little world happening in there. And
I find it fascinating. The thing with the rats is what really gets me, because it can infect a rat and change its personality so much that it actually goes and looks for areas where there are cats, because the parasite knows that it has to get back into a cat to reproduce.
You know there's stuff like that affects us.
Crazy.
There are parasites that affect human beings in certain ways. And I bet you we just don't know about it yet.
Probably.
That makes us have certain character traits or controls. That's mind control. Yeah. So this parasite is practicing mind control of the highest degree to get its way. That's horrifying.
Isn't it? How weird is it that it can only reproduce in cats? Like, I wonder what's so different about a cat.
Well, they're alien.
That means it has to be in the feline body to reproduce.
I live with a cat.
How specific is that?
I live with a cat that sits on her chest and will not lay down until I okay it.
Hey, at least he asked.
Every single night, he'll stand there on her chest and look at me, waiting for me to give permission. And I'll say, okay, Spooky, you can lay down. Plop.
He's a pretty heavy cat, too.
It's just weird. It's weird. So, yeah, they're strange animals anyway, because dogs we've had just didn't give a damn.
No, they don't care.
The dog would just come up like a shark underneath the covers and just be right there, you know. They don't care.
Well, very interesting study anyway. I just thought that was pretty weird.
It is very weird.
Definitely very strange. All right, you ready to move on?
Please.
Okay, so let's talk about an Indian Ocean where they found some new bizarre creatures that have never been seen before.
Okay.
They photographed for the first time a host of strange new sea creatures that have been discovered deep in the Indian Ocean on an expedition to Australia's remote Cocos Islands Marine Park.
Well, it's Australia.
So the scientists...
They're probably all man-eating.
The scientists from Museums Victoria Research Institute encountered weird and wonderful new animals. One of them was a sharp-toothed lizard fish that has lots of rows of really sharp teeth. They found... Oh, that animal is a hermaphrodite, by the way. It has both sexes, so it can just reproduce on its own.
That animal probably had to be.
Probably.
A sharp-toothed lizard fish, not going to get a lot of mates.
The Sloane's viper fish, which is also described by Museums Victoria as voracious. It has massive fangs and rows of light organs to attract its prey. Terrifying looking.
Wow.
Terrifying.
Is it also a hermaphrodite?
It does not say. Now, nearby to these fish, that they found a previously unknown blind eel that has loose, transparent, gelatinous skin, and it gives birth to live young, which is very strange because most fish lay eggs. This
probably a good thing the damn thing's blind after everything else is down there.
And they also discovered a type of deep sea flatfish, which has both of its eyes on the same side of its body. It's completely flat. It's got two eyes on the side so that it can lay on the ocean floor and still see, things that might try to kill it, I guess. It's very strange looking. Like, all these fish look like they're straight out of a horror movie. And they found them in the bottom of the Indian Ocean because we had no idea what is in the bottom of the ocean. We have no idea.
You have no idea how bad I want that flatfish.
It's very strange looking.
I want that thing in a tank right now.
They also found...
two eyes on the same side.
It's so funny looking. They did find a very bemused looking deep sea batfish, which is just a tiny little creature. It doesn't look like it belongs in a horror movie at all. It's very humanized, though. It's really creepy. Kind of a weird face. It's a tiny creature that ambles over the sea floor with little arm-like fins.
Does it amble?
It ambles. That's how they described it. I just have a picture. I didn't get to see it move, but it's very cute. It doesn't look like it's from a horror movie at all. But all of these things, they've only they did 11,000 kilometer journey. Took them 35 days, and they collected samples as far as 5 kilometers down from the surface. So a lot of things that they had never even seen before.
Oh, yeah. There's stuff down there. You get like
amazing
Mariana Trench kind of stuff. It's
scary things.
Yeah. Huge.
Yes.
Big.
Yes.
Ugly. Putting out pulses. They still don't know where that pulse comes from.
No. And because that's the deepest
ever,
right? That's like the deepest there is.
It sure is. And
ridiculous.
They got that pulse, maybe a little bit more north of that, but a few years back, maybe 10, we did stories on it for a while, and then they just shut the stories up.
Yeah.
Because they didn't know what it was.
No idea. Oh, yeah, we listened to it once. It was really creepy sounding.
Yeah, and then there's that beluga whale sounding thing, and it wasn't a whale. But they're like, it sounds just like a... You sure it's not a whale?
Right. They're like, no, it's not a whale.
Not a whale. Sounds like a whale. Not a whale. In the ocean, huh?
I can't imagine what that is.
Possibly a whale we haven't seen before. Oh, we know all the whales. Okay. All right.
Can't be a new whale.
All right.
Impossible.
Whatever.
All right. So let's move on to a story from California.
Okay.
This is from Martinez, California, about a mysterious white ash that coats California neighborhoods near a refinery, and the health department is now investigating.
Not that mysterious, probably.
This is not a cocaine story.
Okay. We've had a lot of cocaine stories.
At least I don't think it is. So over
a damn white van outside all week because of you.
Over the Thanksgiving holiday weekend, an East Bay refinery sent thick white ash raining down on nearby neighborhoods. And then they went to the neighborhoods and offered free car washes to those affected by the fallout because their houses and yards and cars
This has happened before.
were covered with this mysterious white ash. Now, the Bay Area Air Quality Management District consulted with officials from the Martinez Refining Company, and they launched a formal investigation as the ash fell all over the place. And they claim that it should just wash off with water, and that it's just catalyst dust, which is composed of alumina, silicate, clay, and other minerals. They claim that they are naturally occurring materials considered non-toxic and non-hazardous, and they pose no health risks. Now, one of the people in the neighborhood claimed that they tried to wash it off their car, and the water would not take it off. And they did come and offer car washes, but the residents are like, what about my house? What about my yard? Well, there's ash everywhere. So there is still...
What about my dead grandma that came back?
an investigation going on.
She came to the house.
The Contra Costa Health Services said they're unsure of the health impacts so far, but they do claim that if you start having respiratory issues, to please go see your doctor. So they have no idea. Going to do an investigation, and the refining company is just like, nah, it's fine. Just wash it off. It'll all be good. Something bad's going to happen from this. I don't know. They didn't give an explanation about why the white ash went all over the neighborhoods. You know, like...
I've seen this before, though. And, you know, it's always scary. Mm-hmm. It's just like down in Kingsport, Tennessee. Every now and then you get, like, purple smoke in the air. It's
and that's...
well, Eastman Chemical Company had a strange mixture today. Nothing to worry about. There'll be no further discussion on this, but if you saw the rainbow-colored sheep whales today... escaping out the smokestacks.
Just ignore that.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, it smells terrible there.
Oh yeah. It
whole
always
town
smells like open rear.
Awful. All right. Shall we move on?
Please.
All right. Story from Canada. This is from Tabor, a town called Tabor in Canada. Now, the Tabor Police Service and the Royal Canadian Mounted Police officers responded to a call of about 20 ostriches that escaped from their owner's property and were running amok about town and had to be chased down. And there are videos of the police and the ostrich's owner chasing after them in marked cruisers, trying to capture the animals to get them back to their home. It took them about 5 hours to wrangle all 20 of those terrifying ostriches just running around town. It's really funny.
I'm just going to let you know. Mm-hmm. First day I go outside and there's 20 ostriches coming down the street, I'm dead. Gone right then. What a horrifying creature.
Yes. Very scary. There's no cute, lovable anything about an ostrich.
An ostrich is the only reason that I'll give credence to dinosaurs are now birds. Because if an ostrich isn't some weird, terrifying kind of raptor, I don't know what is, man.
Why do they put ostriches in petting zoos, too? Like the ones where you can feed the animals?
Why did we put an ostrich on the ark?
We went to that. We were at that petting zoo the one time. I can't remember what it was. It might have been Tweetsea Railroad. I don't remember. And you had the ice cream cones with food in it, and you could feed. And all the animals were so cute, and they just nibble, and they just, you could give them the food, and it was very sweet. And then you'd hold the cone up, and the ostrich would just snatch it out of your hand, almost take a finger off.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It was scary.
All the animals weren't cute. Do you not remember
the goat?
The goat.
He was cute in his own scary, creepy, devil in the park kind of way.
Oh God, no, he was not cute. He was not cute at all.
He was.
That evil demon from hell. The other goats were fine, but there was this one black, smelly, dirty, filthy ape of a goat. And he was just...
Wasn't that around the time we saw that witch movie?
It was.
It's funny how that works out for us.
It was when we saw the Vitch. The Vavitch.
The Vavitch.
The Vavitch.
Had
nice nothing to do with it.
Okay. Anyway, let's go on to our last story. This is a story from Houston, Texas.
We have a problem.
This is about a 34-year-old woman who caused a plane to make an emergency landing in Little Rock, Arkansas, because mid-flight she tried to open the plane door at 37,000 feet and claimed that Jesus told her to do it.
Why did Jesus want her to open the plane door?
I have no idea. So this is all the documents in the story that came from the court. Supposedly the 34-year-old woman walked to the back of the plane where she, quote, stared at the exit door. And a flight attendant then told her that she needed to either, if she was going to the bathroom, she needed to go ahead and go to the bathroom, or she needed to go
you need
back.
to shit or get out the pot.
Yeah, or you need to go back to your seat. And the female passenger asked the two flight attendants if she could just go to the door and look out the window. And when they told her no, she forced her way past the flight attendant and began to pull on the handle of the exit door while they were at 37,000 feet. Now, another passenger overheard someone saying she's trying to open the door and went to the rear of the plane to help detain the woman. They wrestled her, this other passenger, who's also anonymous, wrestled her to the ground. And as that was happening, she bit him on the thigh and did not let go, bared the teeth in, and did not even release the bite until the passenger that was wrestling her put their hand down there and forced her to let go. After they got her to let go of the bite, she hit her head on the plane floor and then later said that Jesus told her to fly to Ohio and that Jesus told her to open the plane door. Yes, she was arrested after they made the emergency landing.
Was she?
She was. Documents said that the victim of the bite, the one that tried to help detain her and was bitten, was taken to the hospital, given antibiotics and hepatitis shots, just in case, but now has PTSD and anxiety from the event. Just trying to help, but ended up with PTSD. And the woman who was accused told the authorities that she planned to go to Maryland to stay with a family friend who was a pastor. And the court documents said she left her home on Saturday without telling her husband. She didn't bring any luggage. She didn't have anything with her. She was traveling alone. She said she had not flown in a long time, couldn't even recall the last time she had been on a plane. And that while she was on the plane, she claimed she couldn't breathe and decided to get up and then just had really horrible anxiety. And that was the reason that she did whatever it was she did, because she had terrible, terrible anxiety from flying. Yeah. Thank goodness she didn't get the door open.
So, mental illness is never a laughing matter.
It's not.
It is weird. It is strange.
It's very strange.
Very strange. Well, I'm not gonna touch that one with the 10-foot Jesus pole.
Okay.
Don't make fun of any kind of mental illness, because it's really sad. But boy, oh boy, it is today is strange, and that's about as strange of a story as you're gonna get. And hope to God it doesn't happen when you're on a plane. But it's December, folks.
Yes, it is.
There's going to be strange things happening from now until Christmas. Only 24 more shopping days.
Oh, my goodness. Too soon.
And that's why today is strange.